welcome back to the MANN channel. All right, back down here at the shop again. You can see I'm ready to paint. Got a bunch of primer and a bunch of paint back here. I've got a paint sprayer. I'm actually hoping I can pretty much knock this out today. As fast as the texturing went, I'm thinking maybe I'll be able to do a coat every 2 to 3 hours. And I plan on doing 2 coats of primer and 2 coats of paint. So that's 4 coats. So anywhere between 8 and 12 hours, but I am prepared to stay the night if I need to. But yeah, I'm going to start out with not trying to knock off all those kind of chunks. I don't know if you saw in the last video, but I'll show you here in a second. I brought down a tool I think will help. This is a knockdown tool. So if you were doing knockdown texture, you spray it on heavy and then you use this tool to flatten it. So it's kind of a, it's really thin metal, not too hard. So not quite the same as a mud knife, but I think I can just lightly scrape over all those chunks. And I think it'll come off. So I'll show you that here in a second and show you how it works out. The other thing I'm gonna spend some time on before I start spraying is just going around and kind of making sure everything's taped off really well, because I did notice that there was a couple of spots when I was texturing where there's a little opening, which isn't a big deal when you're texturing, because if you get a little texture on, for example, your window, you just use water and rag and it washes off pretty easily. Paint is a little bit different story. Although you can wash off paint or scrape it off or whatever, it's usually not ideal if you get paint on stuff. So I'm gonna go around and kind of make sure everything's taped up well enough and just be secure. I know I'm gonna have to tape this door again because I untaped it to come out of it. I think I'm gonna have to tape the north door again because that's where Walsh Construction would have had to have come through. Not sure if this is unlocked. Oh, it is, good. Let's just go in here. Yeah, so you can see I'm gonna need to retape this door and this door. I'm gonna tape this door to where I can open and close it. So I'll just wrap plastic around it, but I'll tape all of this so I don't get paint on this part. This is finished. I do have to wash mud off of it a little bit, but it is finished. So I will just try to tape this edge, all the way around, and then I'll just put plastic around this. That way I can go in and out of it. So because I will need to do that kind of in between coats and for lunch break, and if I end up staying the night, I will retape this up. I will retape this door pretty much like I did the last time. So similar to how this door is taped right here. I'll do the same thing where I kind of shove it in here and just tape it to kind of keep it in place. It's nice that's already taped. I am going to retape this too. I need to kind of touch up some texture here. But yeah, I'm gonna retape this guy so he doesn't get too messed up. I think this one's good, but I'm gonna check these tubs. Yeah, see, look, there's a hole right there. I need to tape that up. There's a hole right there. So I need to, yeah, see, another one right there, which that kind of sucks. But anyways, I need to just check over everything like that. Make sure, oh, there's another big hole right there. So, dang it. That's the sheetrock, guys. See, I can feel my texture got on there, but I don't want the paint to, so I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. The paint and the primer, well, I should say the primer will, harden the texture. It's kind of meant to do that. So you don't wanna paint the primer, or you don't wanna prime the texture on spots where you don't want it to be. So I just need to kind of recheck all those things before I start spraying. These are the chunks I was talking about. So I'm gonna use that tool. I'm able to kind of knock some of these off, with my nail or whatever. But I feel like if I just use that tool, in fact, I'm gonna grab it right now, then those will just knock right off. Yeah, so I think the first hour or so today, I'm gonna be doing this and then doing the tape. Yeah, let's just check this here. Oh yeah, that works really good actually. Well, so far anyways. I know it was pretty bad right here, so I wanna be able to show you this. Look at all that, that texture. Yeah, this works really good. And it's working like well enough to where it's not, the thing I was worried about is I don't want to be scraping off the orange peel that I want to stay there, but it looks like it's working really well. You know, I don't want to go too hard because yeah, that works super well. I think I need to come up from the bottom on all of it because it comes off easier that way. But yeah, that's working pretty dang good. Let's try to do this whole wall here. Don't want to do it too hard. Seems like the faster you go, the better it works. Yeah, this will go fast. I just have to, the only thing that's gonna take a while is I gotta try to go hit every wall. That'll take a little bit of time. But yeah, it's going to be pretty fast. Nice. Yeah, that works really well. The one thing that sucks is it was pretty well cleaned up in here, but now I'm making more of a mess. That's all right though. When I go to do the flooring, I always kind of shot back ahead of myself, and also I'll have a scraper and scrape the floor and have a trash can right there so I can pick it all up. Oh, jeez. The screw on that one a little bit. All right, you get the idea. I'm not going to make you watch all of that. So I'm going to get to work. Obviously, I'll time lapse most of today, but yeah, I might give an update here and there. So here we go. Let's do a lot of painting. right, as you can see, I have my clown face on. Just kidding. It turns out it's pretty hard to film painting with a GoPro or what have you. I showed you about, I don't know, maybe a third of the first coat of primer, and then I showed you half of the first coat of paint. So I did 2 coats of primer, just got 1 coat of paint on. I have 1 more coat left to do. I did just under 30 gallons of primer, and it was 28-ish. I do have, I don't know, a gallon and a half left in that. And then I have gone through a little more than, I guess it'd be over 10 gallons of paint, and I have another 14, 15-ish to go to do the last coat. And right now I'm basically just taking a break and letting the last coat dry, or the first coat of paint dry. I've kind of been doing that on each coat, but I think I'm gonna let this one sit a little longer. That, and I'm going to take my time a little more on this last coat, just to try to make sure I get any spots that look like they need a little more. But yeah, anyways, it was pretty tough to film because I didn't want to get paint all over my GoPro. So you could see that I had you inside of some goggles, and I taped up one side, that way I could switch to the other one later. And turned out those got pretty painted up pretty quick. So yeah, that didn't work as well as I thought it might. But yeah, as you can tell, we're just doing white. I'll take you up to the driest spot right now. So this is where I've been starting each time. Probably the driest spot actually might be this closet. It's got stuff in it though. So second driest would probably be this closet. So you can kind of see, I mean, I know some of it's just wet, but if you get a good look from a ways away, you can kind of still see it's a little patchy. What I've been doing, I did it with the primer, and I'll do it with the paint too, is, you know, I'll do up down strokes. That's what I just did for the first coat of paint. And then when I do the next coat, I'll go side to side, try to fill it in. I'm also trying to hit, like I can tell there's a joint, or a long joint here. So I try to kind of go a little heavy around that. Corners, I try to go a little heavy on corners. But yeah, I think all in all, it's turning out good. The color is actually called Cream Delight. That's what my wife picked out. So it's a slight off-white, but you know, I'm sure it probably just looks white to you, and really it just looks white to me. It is nice that, you know, I can tell when it's going on, compared to the color of the primer. But in general, yeah, it's just a white. Yeah, like see right here, you can see there's another joint. So I think, you know, some of that will go away as it dries. But on my last coat, I'm gonna try to sort of focus on those things a little bit and make sure that I don't have any issues. I have been seeing a few little runs here and there, but you can just kind of do this with your finger, and it kind of makes it look back like orange peel again. I've been just doing that here and there where I feel like it needs it. I had to do it all around this. This apparently this is one of the first things I hit and got that really good, and so I had to do that. Just a couple little spots. I'm actually surprised because I kind of went heavy on the first coat of primer. So I'm surprised there's not more runs actually. But the temperature in here is not too hot. It's only like 50 degrees downstairs. If that, actually let's go check it out, but it's probably only like 60, 65 upstairs. I've been sweating in that Tyvek suit. It's about 5:30, which is nice because I think I'm going to, you know, probably get back out this between 6 and 6:30 and just knock it out, and then be able to go home after that. It probably would be nice if I, you know, stayed another day and started the flooring. But I don't want to sleep in here tonight because of the paint smells. I could sleep in the shop, but it'll get super cold in there. Like it'll probably get to 35 or 40. I did bring a heater with me, but it's probably not appropriate for that. So I think I am going to go back tonight and then just hit the flooring hard next weekend. I did plan on the next 2 weekends for flooring, so if I can get it done the next 2 weekends, I'll be happy, and I think that's possible. I might even be able to get it done in 3 days, and then start the cabinets, you know, installing the cabinets and whatnot. I think I am going to bring a toilet down next weekend and install it too, just to make it easier for me to go to the bathroom. We'll see. But yeah, you know, you saw I started out with some goggles on, and now I look like a clown. I very quickly was not able to see what I was doing, so it just wasn't working out. So I'm able to cover most of my body. You can see I'm getting some nice white bracelets. But you know, my face is getting it a little bit, but for the most part, it's not too bad. I've been wearing my hat to try to, you know, because when I'm doing overhead, it sort of catches on my bill a little bit better, but obviously you can see that it's getting on my eyes pretty good. No big deal though. So yeah, this has been pretty interesting. I've been working my butt off today. I've been here since I think right before 7. And like I said, it's coming up on 6 o'clock right now. So I'll barely have enough light to get this done, and it's already getting kind of shadowy in here, dark and shadowy. But I can kind of see what I'm doing. And I think that's all that matters, is just kind of keep following. It's kind of funny, the sprayer, you know, it fans out, but on the one edge, in fact, you can kind of see some lines over there. I'm not sure if you can see them. The one edge sort of puts a line down. So what I do is I just go back over that line, you know, that kind of gives me my path to go back over. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna have a quick snack and then get back to this, and I'll probably check back in right when I'm finishing up and picking up to leave. And I'll probably grab something to go, grab something to eat real fast on the way out of town and just head home and get home probably around 10, something like that. All right, I'm gonna take my break. All right, it's 9 o'clock. I just finished up. I just got done cleaning everything. I was gonna film that part, but it's kind of in a hurry because it's an hour-and-a-half drive back. So I wanna get home. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm gonna grab something on the way out. I'm kind of starving. But I think the end went pretty well. You know, I don't think it's gonna be perfect, but you know, what job ever is, so. But I think it was looking good. It's hard to say because I finished it in the dark with a light. But yeah, I guess I'm excited to start doing the flooring, which I've got right here. So we'll see how that comes together next week. Kind of excited to start doing some stuff that doesn't get you so dirty. I've been doing drywall and then texture and now paint, and just get filthy, but that's all right. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any thoughts on this video or ideas for future videos, please leave those in the comments below. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and click on that notifications bell so you can be notified of my future videos. I'll see you next week.